So guys, this is the first sweep I ever learned in the gi. It was from closed guard. When I started training about 15 years ago, everything was kind of based around closed guard, especially me being a little bit longer limbed. That's kind of where I felt comfortable. I didn't have a ton of, wrestling experience or anything like that, so that's kind of where I ended up on my back anyway. So the basic scissor sweep, but I'll show you a couple variations, and the one variation that usually works for me. So let's get into it real quick. So most people know the scissor sweep. We have a cross collar grip, we have a sleeve grip. We hip escape out, bring the knee kind of to the sternum here, have a good push and pull. Now from here we kind of do this thing where we kind of check our watch, where we pull to bring his weight forward a little bit, drop our leg down, kick, and then come up. This is the first very basic sweep, right? So again, most people know this. I'm not creating anything. We're showing you anything that probably most people haven't done. You have good control of your opponent. So again, we're gonna hip escape, hold the knee across, have good tension, push and pull. I like to have this foot on the hip when I'm ready to go. We talk about checking your watch or pulling, dropping this leg down, kicking across, coming up into mount. So the variation, what usually happens most of the time with anybody that's got any decent experience is we get in this position, boom, they're gonna get a nice wide base. So he's gonna widen out his base, and it makes it really hard. Like I don't have the leverage to really push him over to kind of sweep his leg. So what we'll do from here, what I do and what works for me, and really it sets up a lot of other openings, is I'll put my foot right here on his knee and we extend. And you see it takes his base out, again, kick over and come up. So that's the variation that really works for me most of the time if I go for the scissor sweep movement. So again, the common reaction is, to widen your base. If you're starting to get swept, you're gonna widen your base. And that's a good reaction from your opponent. So here, boom, we have good tension. And I'm starting to take him over and I wanna sweep him, but I can't. And he starts to widen those knees, which is the smart thing to do. But I don't let him get his arm back. I keep good control. I push and I pull. He's gonna drop to his hip here. Keep control of the collar, pull up, and then you can get into whatever position you wanna do. So that pushing movement, that variation, that kind of setup is really valuable. And the reason why is, number one, you can get the sweep off of it, but number two, it opens up a lot of other avenues for attack, submission, sweeps, things like that. So here, boom, boom, we're getting here. I'm trying to sweep, he widens, we can push, and even if I don't take him over, I have some options to start to attack some different positions like triangles, and then eventually other attacks from there. So that's kind of the most basic way I utilize the scissor sweep, is that essentially I start with the basic one, but usually I'll give you that reaction where they widen the knees, I'll push on that knee to take their base out, push, pull, come back up on top. So hopefully that is helpful. That was probably the first sweep most of us learned in the gi, and it's one that I still utilize to some capacity with that pushing movement. So if you have any questions, want to see some additional videos or techniques, let me know, shoot me a comment down below, and I'll talk to you next time.